Welcome back to the sports money coverage of the UFC. I've got the Apex Predators of the Octagon here with MMA Jeff coming off a big dub. Subhuman Gauchos here. We got Hill Rountree. We're going to be over in the Middle East. We got ourselves an early start card this Saturday. So pay attention, plan accordingly. This thing pops off at noon. We were just talking about this backstage. It's going to be a rough and tumble weekend, but we're here to talk to you guys about the three early spots we think can beat these books and this line movement. Jeff, how you feeling about the UFC fight card?
I'm excited about this card. Anytime they're anytime they're anywhere, I love the fights. But yeah, I think there's some interesting matchups on this card. I'm looking forward to it. Some of the lines are a little iffy here, but we'll see. We'll certainly find ways to play them.
Subhuman Gaucho. It's an early card. That means Bloody Marys and bloody mats, I guess, is what we're hoping to see here. We got violence on this card, or is this going to be another judge's situation?
I hesitate to even make a prediction because on paper, last card should have been very violent, but it was gross in a different way. It was putrid. It gave my computer a virus. I came down with HIV. It was bad. So I think this card's actually better than some people give it credit for. I think there can there will be some fun fights in here. There's a couple that kind of line up for a snooze, but it's early. Take a nap.
Yeah, there's a couple of spots here. There's a couple of WMMA spots kind of smacking the early part of the prelims on this card, and of course, the big final with Rountree and Hill should be a fun one to just Bahamunes is always a fun fight. Because I have getting involved with this thing, but we're going to get to the business. We got three fights to break down for you guys. We're going to pop it off with MMA Jeff as we do. And he's going to take us to, I think, a nice little plus money opportunity. I heard the spot. I looked at the details. I think I'm going to get on board with this one here. It's not the curtain jerker, but it's pretty darn close, Jeff. The floor is yours. Talk to us about your method of victory.
Yeah, Mike, this is going to be a pretty exciting card, as I mentioned, I think, anyways. We got Maxim versus Ulanbekov. Flyweight battle. This one's even on paper. Both fellas in their 30s. Same height, same reach. I typically go with the striker versus grappler. I not on purpose. It just tends to go that way. This one's a little different. We got wrestler versus wrestler. You got Maxim, 15-1, coming in off his first loss as a pro to Charles Johnson. Now, that was a pretty exciting fight. I believe he lost by unanimous decision, which was a little surprising. That fight was almost a year and a half ago. Is the ring rust real? I know we talk about that on a regular basis. I do think the ring rust is real. I think it was a year and 4 or 5 months, so I'm just about a year and a half. Maxim's got a lot of speed. He's very well-rounded. He's got fights that have ended by submission. He's got fights that have ended by KO. He's got fights that ended by decisions. So the guy's again, a well-rounded fighter. I'm excited for this one. There's a lot of juice going into Ulanbekov here, and one loss out of Maxim. I'm surprised the line is where it is. Ulanbekov, 16-2 as a pro. He's the typical Dagestani fighter. He's, it's not the most exciting style of fight to watch, but it is effective. It does get the job done. He's on a 3-fight win streak. He did have a grappling loss mixed in there that was outside of the UFC. He also had a fight, one of his last ones, that he missed weight, which I was a little surprised, which ended to the fight canceling. That was against Joshua Van, which would have been a very exciting fight. He's certainly not the most powerful striker. I mean, if you look at what he's done out there, he's either submitted or he's gone to decision. He does not have a KO on his record. Not to say he can't do it. He's got the combat sambo style, so he does strike, but his strikes aren't that powerful. Ulanbekov, in my opinion, is the better wrestler out of these two. Maxim will outstrike him if he allows this to stay on the feet. If you look at that Charles Johnson fight, he was able to get Maxim down. So I believe that Ulanbekov, being the better wrestler, trying to get this one to the ground, is going to get that done. I think he's going to ultimately take the top all 3 rounds. I think he's going to do enough to impress the judges. I'm on Ulanbekov here. I expect him to do it. Ulanbekov by decision at -120. I'm rolling with that. I think that's the way to play this one. I mean, he's a 3 or 4 to 1 favorite at this point. How can you take that? This is just lessening the odds, and I think it's the smartest way to play this, given the fact that he is the better wrestler and he's going to end up on top. Mike, I'm excited to see what your play is here for the Claudia Segula Arena Alexeva fight. Where you taking this one, Mike? How are we getting paid?
Back-to-back WMMA battles here on the UFC Fight Night card. And I'm going to take a stab. I'm going to take a shot. 2025, we've talked about this before. This is the year of women's fights finding a finish. And I think we have an opportunity here with the Alexeva Segula battle. Now, paper says this is definitely the 7-year opportunity that favors Segula. But as you dig down deeper, what do we know about this thing? Well, she's definitely got the looks to help attract the UFC. I think that's about it. You look down the line, she's fought nothing but tomato cans out there. She had one step up in competition. It was fighting Mullins. Mullins certainly has a common fighter in Alexeva as well. And the difference between the two, we'll talk about in just a second here. But as you look at the fight matrix here, so we've got the age advantage for Segula. That's about all she's got. She's got a 7-inch deficit when it comes to the reach advantage, which is going to be a problem for her in this one. She can work combos. She got dominated in that Mullins fight there. She kind of goes down. She gets mounted. They start the next fight. They stand on their feet. She goes down again and she gets mounted. She just doesn't have anything to get out of this thing. And so as the step up in competition, Alexeva, 35 years old, 5-2 in her fighting career. Girl is a judo black belt extraordinaire. She's been crushing it out there. Title after title after title. She's a striker. She kicks. She pushes forward. And she swings with power. She's not afraid to get touched up. She'll take a crack and she's got a chin. So all that's going to do is make her mad. Don't make her mad, because I think the path to victory here for Alexeva going to give her more than enough opportunity to get the finish out there. Now, you look at that Mullins fight. I talk about the common opponents. Round 3 was ugly as it gets. She was wearing the gas tank, and literally it was out of gas. She tried a little judo toss. And she gets taken down immediately. It was like judo toss to gas position. It was ugly. So I think what has to happen here is she has to recognize 2 things. 1, you have to come in better physical shape. 2, you got to look to finish this cupcake early. And I think the inside the distance opportunity at plus 165 is the way for us to get paid. So I'll be shocked if this thing does go through the 3 rounds. Excuse me. If it does, maybe we get a live split decision opportunity here. But Alexeva inside the distance, she should be able to handle, despite the age deficit here, if you will, or the negativity around that. I'm going to take this more experienced fighter, more attributes, more weapons to kind of find that victory. And we're going to go to our weapon. It's Subhuman Gaucho. He's going to talk to us about a big battle. Can't wait to hear the breakdown.
Good stuff. Thank you, too. I want to talk about a fight here that I'm really looking forward to from a fan perspective. Also from a betting perspective, I think it's one of my favorite spots on the card, but features Miktik Orolbai and newcomer debutante Tafik Musayev. Starting on the Orolbai side, real fan favorite for everybody throughout the UFC. He's got a great look about him. He's got a funny hat, which is always, extra points from a betting perspective. And he's been solid in the UFC. The fight that sticks out to everybody, I think it was really fight of the year last year, his fight against Mateusz Rebecki. Loses a split decision, but boy, did he show off his toughness there. Was getting lit up early. And a lot of success with leg kicks, a lot of success with grappling. He ends up very nearly killing Rebecki in that one. Looked good against Elvis Brenner, Eros Medic. And he takes on this newcomer here in Musayev. Now, Musayev, he's aging a little bit. He is 35, but boy, he looks great coming in shape this week. Probably on all the vitamins, one can only speculate. And he is hometown boy here, fighting in his backyard. And despite being 35 and taking some time off, there's a lot of upside, I think, in Musayev here. This guy's got insane speed, a lot of KO power, very good on the feet, excellent counters. And one of the reasons that I do want to back Musayev here is when you look throughout his tape, excellent takedown defense. There's some worry, if Orolbai gets on top, just what is Musaya's ground game like, but the thing is, he's fought pretty good, uh, pretty good list of wrestlers, and nobody can really take him down very effectively. Despite being a debutant, I think you look up and down his resume, and his strength of competition is actually probably a little bit better than Orobai's. He's fought in a number of good organizations, Ryzen, Bellator, Alexander Shabliy, Roberto de Souza, Patricky Pitbull, now in the UFC. It's a good list of competitors, and he's looked very good doing it. So I really like Moussaiev here. I think as a pre-flop bet, he's got to be the side because Orobai does not really have the striking defense that you want. He's got a great chin, but he's going to eat some punches, and he's eaten some punches against a very fast power puncher here in Moussaiev. I think Moussaiev is going to win a lot of early minutes, probably on his way to an early knockout. But if he doesn't, he's going to end up looking like a big favorite early. And you can always get a live bet on Orobai if you get cold feet. But for me, give me the debutante in Moussaiev at plus 150. I was just looking on fight odds, and that number is starting to drop. I think there is some 150 out there, but you're seeing some 45s and even some dropping in the 30s. I think this should be a pick on maybe even Moussaiev, quite frankly, a favorite. So I'm kind of considering adding before this line, gets down too far. But until then, we'll see everybody Saturday, I hope, for UFC Baku.
Great job, fellas. We got ourselves UFC Hill versus Rountree in the books for you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Smack that thumbs up button. We got a big Saturday card early. Doesn't mean we can't get that cash. We find a way on Saturday. Nobody, and I stand by it, nobody does it better than this UFC team at Sports Money. Thanks for checking the video out. Smack that thumbs up and leave a comment. Talk to us about your favorite fight of the night. Make sure you follow MMA Jeff 19 on X. You follow Subhuman Gaucho on X. And of course, I'm your boy Pimp Slap POD coming at you, ready to attack these books. Good luck. Have a great Saturday card, and we'll see you guys live. We'll pop off around 12 p.m. Eastern. Good luck. Good night. See you soon.